All right, we continue on this very busy Tuesday on Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott. Central Valley Business, the name of the show. You can see it around the world on the internet. We're very glad you're spending time with us today. Jay Edwards, my next guest from Meathead Movers. He was here a few months ago, but today with National, Domestic Violence Month coming up in October, he wants to tell everyone about a service that Meathead Movers offers. I hadn't heard of this. If you're a victim of domestic violence, Meathead Movers, well, you explain what you do.
Yeah, Mike, thank you for having me on. First of all, by the way, it's great to be back.
Yeah.
One thing that we have done throughout the history of our company since 2001, in fact, is provided free moving services to those fleeing domestic violence.
That is a nice thing to do, and to step in when somebody's in trouble.
To say that it's nice, is in a lot of cases an understatement. I think it's an absolute necessity. I mean, we're talking about, one of the most kind of horrible and dark sides of human nature,
right.
that is tearing families apart and oftentimes, really wreaking havoc on lives. The way we see it, it's the best possible way to do what we do best for those that need it most. And so it's sort of our gift to the communities that have embraced us.
But you still have expenses. I mean, you have to pay for the truck and the movers and the gas, so that's quite a commitment on your part to do that.
It is to an extent, certainly. But again, it's by far the best way that we can use those resources that we have at our disposal. One thing that I'm here to do today is to kind of challenge the thought of giving back. A lot of folks do find a lot of contentment in writing a check to organizations, charities, that sort of thing, and that's a wonderful activity. But everybody's great at doing something. We're all here in a community. Look at your show. There are dozens of business people that come on every week that have something to offer to those that surround them. My challenge and the challenge that our company is leveling is that businesses provide goods and services to those, again, that are fleeing from or recovering from domestic violence. I think that's a phenomenal way to assist the folks in our community who need it most to kind of pull themselves up by their bootstraps and find a fresh start in life.
Do you know the history of this? Why did the company decide to do this all those years ago? Was somebody in charge involved in some kind of domestic violence and wanted to do something? Or
the ownership of the company has some personal history with domestic violence. Really, the idea to kind of put this activity into motion came about when the company was brand new, and the two brothers that own it would receive a lot of calls from people that were in distressed living situations, trying to find an escape, trying to find some help to leave those situations. We realized early on that there's a great need out there, much greater than meets the outward eye. And so we began to look for ways to provide those that need it most with the service to get them back on their feet, get them that fresh start in life that everybody deserves.
All right. Let's lighten things up. Why would I want to hire a meathead to move my house?
Here's the deal. I would love to talk about our business. We do have a great service. See us on our website if you'd like to get involved. Really, what I'm here to do today, Mike, is again to challenge folks to get involved. We are, what we have is a pledge challenge that we're kicking out, rolling out in our website, challenging, again, local business providers to get involved by giving the goods and services that they're great at to those that need it most and victims of domestic violence. I want to challenge everybody to head over to our website. Right there on the front page is the purple ribbon with kind of the hashtag move to end DV, move to end domestic violence, and take a pledge there. I urge anybody that's listening, I urge anybody that's a guest on their show to really do some introspection, see if there's any better way that they could give back, and if they see fit and find that they are in a place where they can commit some of their goods and services to help. Head over to the website. We'll help you, find a sustainable way to get involved with your local, shelters or those that, are professionals in dealing with domestic violence, and kick that off. There's over 30 businesses that have joined so far. I'd love to see the Central Valley here be a hotbed for giving back, and I think we can do it.
Okay. I still want to know about the Meathead. How did the name come about?
All right. You're persistent.
Because I know the people at home are saying, what does that Meathead mean?
Certainly, yeah. So Meatheads are student athletes from the local communities that we hire to come out and move your belongings. Residential moving is what we specialize in, and supporting student athletes is one cause that's near and dear to our heart.
And they need jobs, right? So
they absolutely need jobs. They need jobs that work around their academic schedule, their practice schedule, that sort of thing. We're happy to provide the flexibility around your schedule to staff you whenever we can.
Are there any female meatheads?
There are. We have Princess Packers.
Packers.
It is. It's our proprietary packing service. It's a wonderful way to provide that same support to female student athletes as well, and it's a great way to kind of round out our workforce. It gets a little bit heavy on the testosterone. And speaking of our the doctor
previous
that was
guest,
in
yes.
here earlier, without that balancing factor.
Okay. All right. Meathead Movers. How can folks find you?
Find us online, www.meatheadmovers.com. Feel free to call us toll-free at 866-843-6328. You can also find us on Facebook, and that's a great place to track the hashtag #MoveToNDV movement as well.
Yeah. Again, if you ever find yourself a victim of domestic violence, we hope you don't, obviously, but it's nice to know that if that situation should arise, Meathead Movers can help you move into a new location. Jay, good job. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Jay Edwards, Meathead Movers, right here on Central Valley Talk.